Hey guys, Tuesday with Tanya. It's Tanya After Dark at Itri Park in Cranston, right in Knightsville. I got a great waterfall right behind me. I don't know if you can see it. I was actually closer to it and then I decided to move because I didn't know if it was a little loud. But yes, I am here, Itri Park in Knightsville in Cranston. I also want to say happy anniversary to a special couple. The anniversary is today, 9/19. Caught a nice day out. Except for right now, it's not. Hi, I don't know who that is. Not sure. They can come on if they want. I invited people here tonight. I wrote it in the comment. Everybody's always welcome, no matter where I am. But yes, a great couple. Anniversary today. What a nice anniversary day with beautiful weather. But I gotta say, it's cold out here now. It's like right around 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. I normally don't go live this late, but it's the way it fell today. And I also had a maybe guest on, but something else had happened with that, so I was kind of playing that by ear. And then of course Tanya ran late. But basically, yes, it's a little cold out here. I'm glad I brought something to wear, I will say that. So hi, hey Kev, hi Kevin, good to hear from you. So one of the topics is coins. Are our coins gonna eventually become non-existent? I'm talking pennies, you know, nickels, dimes, quarters, all of those to eventually not exist because everything in our world is getting more and more and more expensive. So just please drop a comment whether you're watching now or even on a replay. It's always okay on a replay. The majority of my people do watch on a replay, and just say a comment saying, hey, yeah, I do think coins will be non-existent, or no, I disagree. And you know, as always, I'm always open to hear all angles of it, of why we need coins, why we don't need coins, and what can you buy nowadays with coins. So drop a comment, you know, what can you buy with, you know, a nickel or 50 cents, you know, just drop a comment, think of something creative. I have a little list I'm going to get to afterwards because I thought about it myself. I didn't come up with a big list, but I'm hoping we can come up with a list. And like I said, maybe one day this will be looked at as the olden days where there was coins in the world, and maybe one day there won't be coins anymore. So I'll go into more details. But so I'll just give you an example. Like even today, I had gotten like a sandwich and they owed me back 74 cents. So I gave the bills, and then they had to give, I having change. So they gave me, instead of giving me 74 cents back, they gave me 75. They gave me 3/4. So even restaurants and stores sometimes, especially if they're mom and pop and locally owned, are not willing to even, you know, count out maybe change, like the small pennies or the smaller things like pennies or nickels, for example. Hey, Gabriella. Hey, Bobby. Hey, yeah, no raffle today. But any business is always welcome to donate towards the raffle. I do have some that I still have yet to put on here. Hey, Bobby, thanks for tuning in. And or if anyone wants a Tuesday promotion, just always reach out as always. Or if you want an interview. And so, anyways, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So here I am getting 3. So it was their loss. They're giving me 75 cents. But that's just one example. I can also think of 2 restaurants without mentioning their names. 2 restaurants in the Cranston, Warwick area that they round to the nearest nickel. You know, one, and don't quote me, might round up to the nearest nickel. The other one may round down. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, which if they round down, then it's of course to the customer's favor. The other way, it's to the restaurant's favor. But that's what I mean. Our coins eventually just not gonna exist. So please just drop a comment. What, and whether you're watching on a replay or now, what do you think is in our world that costs 50 cents or 70 cents, or what costs so cheap in this world nowadays, especially this world we're living in? You know, why is change needed or necessary? And I'm open to hear why. I'm kind of like still figuring it out myself. You know, is it needed, not needed? And then there's things about us turning into a no cash society. There's been talk about that, which I think is just not good for more than one reason. So I'm going to move into some of that. So this was another thing I thought of too, and this has been going on for years. I mean, not just today. I mean, now the housing market is out of control, as we know. And the housing market, okay, you know, this house is, you know, $502,500. Or this house is, you know, $202,500. So 2025. Like, you can't just say 202, you know, because if I sell my place, I'm just going to put an even number on it. And I'm not going to say, you know, my house is, I'm just making up this number. I wish this was a number, but my house is $799,999. You know, it's like, no, hey Frank, hi Frank, I'm sorry I missed your message before. You know, so it's like, but this is what they do. We're rounding at the constant, like, why even in the stores? Oh, this costs $9.99. this costs $29.99. Just say $30, you know? I think it's just a sales tactic. There's a reason that people do that, and I don't know if it's just because you see like $29.99 rather than seeing the number 3 for 30. I'm not really sure why, but houses are the same BS, and I think it is BS. Just your house could be worth, you know, 400 grand, and you put it on the market for, you know, 399,999. You know, it's just. But anyways, why do we need the 5? You know, like it's like, oh, I bought that for, you know, like even a car, I bought it for 23,500. Why do we need that 5 there? Everything is so expensive nowadays. Just round up or round down. So don't make the car be 23,000. Make it be either 24 or 23 even. Don't have to have that 5 in the middle. I'm just a little in disagreement with that. It's just a thing of mine, especially with houses, between closing costs and things like that, inspections that have to be done. I mean, you're spending 6 figures on a house. No one really cares about 500. Just my opinion. Drop a comment if you agree or disagree. So just saying. Especially, like I said, in today's market. But this whole 5 thing has been going on forever, but even more so, you know, today. So let me see here. I'm a little cold out here. This is a little bit, good thing I brought a coat. My hands are a little cold. I'm trying to flip my notes, my paper here. Yes, Bobby, I'm scratching off my notes if you're still tuned in, Bobby. Bobby Nicholson, everyone's friend. Okay. So yeah, like I said, can coins be non-existent one day? Drop your opinion if you think they can, if they can't. Hey, we might even go down to a society with just quarters. Maybe we're just going to use quarters. It's easier. It's 25 cents. What is really worth 25 cents nowadays that we need to keep change in this world? You know? Even this example as a waitress. Excuse me. I've seen this in restaurants, and I've had it happen to me. So I'm just making up a pretend number. Someone spends $10.30. They're out to eat, out for a dessert, out for a drink, whatever. The bill is $10.30. They give the waitress a 20. The waitress comes back over with $10 change, which would be to the customer's favor. So, but I think that's important to recognize. Like, even they don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be bothered. They're trying to attend to other tables. They don't need to be, you know, even though they're giving the customer, they're eating that 30 cents, it's okay. You know, it's easier than just starting to make change and count out every penny, and, you know, also having, you know, change jingling around in your apron. No one wants to hear that if you're a waitress or a waiter. Drop a comment if you agree or disagree. It takes more time just to break that kind of change. And what is the value of 1 cent, especially nowadays? I mean, what would even cost? There's no such thing as penny candy or anything. What do we need pennies for? And then and this other thing I want to mention, I had said this on another podcast. There are more millionaires amongst us than we realize nowadays, especially compared to years ago. So years ago, I'm not saying people were poor, but the cost of living was much lower. The cost of cars was lower, houses, everything, going to the market, any such thing, clothing, everything was cheaper, but also your pay salary was cheaper too. But nowadays that everything's so high, there are many millionaires amongst us, and what I mean by that, and I'll just break it down in just a quick example, you could have a house that's worth $400,000 right now, which is, who knows, probably average at this rate with the, you know, the housing market today. So if you have a house that's worth $400,000 and you have no mortgage on it, you are automatically net worth $400,000, because your home is worth $400,000. Plus factor in your car. Plus factor in anything in savings, anything in a 401k, and you are worth, if not $1 million, close to it. So we do have many millionaires amongst us nowadays compared to years ago because of everything going up so much. And it's definitely possible. So, and even when you think of things in that light, why would we need change? What is it we need change for? You know, and I'm going to give some examples afterwards. And I used to know someone years ago that used to, and this is 20 years ago, and I'm not lying, because I remember I was right around 20 years old at the time, and I'm early 40s now, so, and he would just throw money on the ground, like just throw change. I'm like, wait, why are you doing that? I'm like, well, why are you throwing that on the ground? Hey, Eddie, hi Eddie, I liked your post. I know, always running behind you. And he would throw change on the ground. He's like, oh, I don't care, I don't need it or whatever. You know, I make this much per hour, I don't need it. And he wasn't someone who really made, he made average money. He wasn't like someone making 6 figures or someone that owned a company or anything. And he still like just threw money on the ground, just threw change. I don't feel like holding it. I'm like, I'll hold it for you. I have a pocketbook. It was like, I'll never forget that. And that's 20 years ago. So now that same guy today, who knows if he's throwing dollar bills on the ground? Maybe he thinks those have no use. I'm just making a joke, but you know what I mean? What are we talking about? Oh, coins. Is there a need for coins in our world today? And drop a comment explaining why, yes or no. And again, drop a comment. What actually costs 50 cents nowadays? What do we need? What do we need coins for? Okay, so just that's a little dark over here too. Can't see too good. What are we talking about? Tommy does that. He does what? He does something to do with coins. He was supposed to cash in his coins. I told him I would roll them for him because I'm trying to be nice and frugal, and he wants to use the machines. Hey Joe. Hi. Hope you're well, Joe. I'm trying to get into Defeza. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry to bring it up now, or anywhere, just to, I'm always trying to keep the variety, Joe. Reach out anytime. My wife picks up coins. Okay, yeah. No, I do too. Like if I see them in public, I'll pick it up too. Unless if it's like in a pile or something dirty and disgusting, then I won't touch it. But if it's just a coin on the ground and it's dry, I'll definitely pick it up. I'm just saying, I knew someone that used to actually throw them away. And then this little thing I was going to mention about being in a cashless society, and all of us love cash, and all of us, I mean, even me, I prefer to use cash than use my credit card. I don't even use a debit card, just by preference. A cashless society means zero cash, which means things like the following. You would have no piggy banks, and those are important for kids, and it's a fun thing, and it's also something that is, productive. No tooth fairy, because what are you going to do, write out a check, to your kid? I mean, I should keep the show PG. There is a tooth fairy is what I meant to say. So, but, what would you do? Hope there's no kids that just heard that. Sorry. Okay. Also, there will be no car boot sales or markets. There will be no saving cash for a rainy day, or if you want to keep cash aside at your home and, just put it aside little by little and maybe build up enough to buy something with. You wouldn't be able to do that because what are you going to do? Constantly write out a check or Venmo yourself, or, coins for the 50 cents and machines. Okay, right. All right. So, okay, thank you, Chris. But, but are things still 50? See, I don't even know because I don't use vending machines because I have my work bag right there, and that's my work bag, fun bag, whatever. I just always have everything in it. They're 99 cents at TJ Maxx. I just throw everything in there, including the purse. But I'll keep a snack in there, so like I don't end up using a vending machine. But thank you, Chris, for saying that. And drop a comment because I don't know, Chris or anyone else. If you go buy a soda or a snack, I'm pretty sure it's $1 or more nowadays. Unless if it is 75 cents. I really don't know. So thank you, Chris. That could be one thing. And then, of course, cash tips. Everyone that valets, anyone who is a waiter, a waitress, a hairdresser, a barber, valet, that valets cars, you want that cash tip. You don't want to be getting checks from people or Venmos or whatever. So I really hope our society doesn't eventually turn to no cash. How about giving money to the homeless? How about giving money to musicians who are performing on the street? Let's see. How about if you want to sell unwanted items for cash and just get rid of them and sell them cheap, So there will be also buying, now this one too, you wouldn't be able to buy anything with privacy. 100 to 150. That's, what was that again, Eddie? I'm sorry. 39 West Saturday night, we're having a fundraiser for local animal shelters. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, Joe, I did see something. So, fundraiser for the animal shelters, and it's at 39 West Saturday night. My comment got cut off, Joe. I don't know if that's this Saturday or not. I'm sorry if you want to write another comment. But that's really nice. That's really a good fundraiser if it's for animals. That sounds nice. So definitely, Joe, if you're still on, just because it got cut off, I won't be able to read it. But I know people are reading the comments anyway. 100 to 150, $1. Okay, $1 to 1. Oh, okay, thank you. All right, so thank you, Eddie. So Eddie's saying that the vending machines nowadays are $1 to $1.50 for a snack or for a soda or for a water. Okay, thank you. But see, now there's that 50 cents though in there still. So that's what I'm saying. That proves we still need change. I'm just wondering if eventually we'll just be down to quarters. And then once the years go on and on and on, we'll be down to like just dollars, So it makes you wonder how our world's going to turn because everything's always changing because change is always all around us, which can be good or bad. Thanks, Charlotte. Thank you. You look great. Please, you look very young. That day we met up, I'm like, oh my God, we're the same age. I'm like, we don't look the same age. I look older than you. So anyways, yeah, I was just going over, but thank you. The wind is like blowing this thing around. Okay. So I was just saying, if we're in a cashless society, another downfall is you can't buy personal things with privacy. And I know some people are going to turn to things that might be, adult matters or adult type things that are personal. But how about, yes, that too, but how about personal matters like for your health? Like you don't want someone to know that you have, you know, some kind of health issue or ailment going on, and it's something embarrassing and you don't want people to know, so you might buy it with cash. Or, you know, you might send your friend to the store, or you might go to the store with a wig on to go buy it. You know, I'm just saying, it's easy to buy those things with cash. Just a figure of speech. Yes, this Saturday. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. No, you don't. You look Yes, I'm definitely against it. Yeah, me too. We need cash. Because if not, the government's going to have that much more control. Hopefully I'll see Allie crew that's on here. Hopefully I'll see all the crew that's on here. Right. I know, Joe. Exactly. Thank you. Sounds good. Was it the 23rd, right? Saturday's the 23rd? Yeah, it's the 23rd this Saturday. Moving right along. Almost going to be October. Okay, so then 100% digital currency means your life is 100% dependent on power. Oh yeah, a power source, and dependent on the internet and everything that's electronic. And I just don't like electronics in general. So I still actually go to a teller at the bank. I don't even use ATMs. I know that's very old school, but I just can't get into it. Not me, Joe. No. Why not, Eddie? Actually, oh, Eddie, you're in Florida, right? Eddie's in the right place. Unlike us. Hope there's no snow. So guys, drop a comment. What can you buy with change? All right, so here's some things that I came up with. Short list. But you can add to the list, so definitely drop a comment. Even if you're watching on a replay. The cost of gas per gallon to me would need change. So you can't just say, yeah, gas is $4 a gallon or $3 a gallon. That would need some sort of change. But again, it might move to 25 cents. There may be some candy out there still that's under $1. I don't know exactly what kind of candy, but there may be candy out there you could buy with change still. Yard sales and flea markets, especially buying used items for change. That makes sense. I saw at Walmart, I saw some face cloths, and I have to say they were decent. They weren't anything, what's the word? They weren't like super thin, or, you know, they had some grit to them. They were decent sized face cloth for 77 cents per face cloth. So, you know, you can buy, I guess, a face cloth or a washcloth, whatever, for 77 cents. You can buy the use of a shopping cart from Aldi's with a quarter. Okay, yep, thank you. Yes, things like that. Thank you, Melissa. So yeah, when you have to use the quarters to use the shopping cart, yes, good point. And the bags at Stop and Shop, are they 10 cents? God, I even forget, but I think it's 10 cents. Yeah, because I don't know if all the locations are on board with that yet. So laundromats, right? Thank you. But even laundromats, I'm glad you brought that up, Charlotte. It's still $1 or $2 for a load. So you wonder if that's going to turn into a dollar bill machine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, unless if it is 50 cents to dry. Oh, no, the drying pot is by quarters, because you can put it how much time you want to dry it. So, okay, that you're right. All right. Sounds good. That's true. Also, like some lip liners, I know are like 94 cents, 99 cents, more inexpensive brands. And don't forget, ladies, I found this out from a makeup artist many years ago. Don't forget, if you're looking at speaking at hey Joe, oh, you're talking to her. Speaking of lip liners or eye pencils, so eye pencils and lip liner pencils, a makeup artist once told me this: there are only 2 in the entire world. There's only 2. This guy works in New York, so I think he knows his stuff. But anyway, he said there's only, for your eyeliner and lip liner, there are only 2 pencils in the entire world, so you're strictly paying for the brand. And I remember I asked him, well, why is sometimes I feel like some are creamier than others and they're not dry? And the women know what I'm talking about. Actually, some guys might know what I'm talking about too. I forget his answer, because this is years ago. I forget his answer as to why some seem to have more moisture in it than others. But there was a reason, and I can't remember. But either way, he said there's 2 pencils in the entire world. So you might as well just buy the cheap one, right? Okay, let's see. Also, getting interest on stocks and bonds and on your bank account, like your small, tiny, you know, like your, not small, but meaning your low interest bank account. Hey there, Mike, good to hear from you. Like, so, you know, you have a bank account that's worth, you know, 0.25% interest, which is basically like nothing, or 0.002 or whatever it's called, 0.02, I said it wrong, 0.02. And, you know, you're getting this very fraction of a percent of interest. So now you see in your bank statement, oh, I just made 65 cents in interest, or I just made, you know, whatever, $8.16 or something. So that you would need that for interest. That's the reason to need change. Putting air in your tires, I notice, also takes quarters. However, I think it is a $2 minimum. on that. I don't have that confirmed, but someone can drop a comment, let me know. And yeah, so those are just a few things I came up with that have to do with change and why we would even need change in this society. Dollar General has a dollar aisle. Right, but that's still $1. But I know there's like 50-cent cards, so I guess you could use change for that. Like you could buy cards. Some of them actually are pretty nice looking. They don't even look cheap, and they're 50 cents at the dollar store. So that's something else. I just feel like I'm just wondering if eventually we'll move to a no change society. So, okay. So this other thing I was going to mention was about the Fall Festival, Cranston Fall Festival, this Sunday, September 24th, coming up soon, 10 to 5 p.m. Itri Square, where I am right now, it is lit up at night. It actually looks a little nicer at night than in the day, and I don't mean that mean to anyone who created this, and I heard it costs a lot of money to build. If you know the exact amount, you can drop it. It may even been in the millions, a gym machine. Yeah, but do you have to, at a gym, do you have to put money? You don't put money in the machine, do you? I don't even know, sorry. A little noisy. I'm just waiting. Sorry for the pause. Hopefully it's nothing major, because if it is, they're just going to keep coming down this road and I'm going to just keep having to stop. I hope it's nothing that's bad. Gum, thank you. Yeah, gum is probably under $1. Tip a horrible waitress, laugh a little kidding. I know, exactly. A waitress might get, a 50-cent tip if she does a bad job. Good point. Or a waiter, too. There's more. All right. Thank you for hanging in there. I see that there's some people tuned in and I see you're waiting, so I'm sorry for the hold up with all the racket. I just hope everything's okay. So Itri Square, it does look nice during the day, so I shouldn't say that. But at night, I can even flip the camera for a minute. There is no one here right now. It's just nice with see the lights, the lamp post. I mean, it is nice and lit up. Of course, it looks better in person, like everything looks better in person. I gotta say it does. Hey, Diane, dollar store, $1.25. Right, I know, really. They should never did that increase. That's just, I don't know. I mean, I get it, things go up over time, but to me now you almost have to change like the name of your business because you're calling yourself the dollar store still, and it's not even truly $1. So, okay. Basically, yes, so this Sunday, so it's 10 to 5 p.m., but then after that, they're calling it Sunday Fun Day. Same thing right near here, right across the way, which is right behind me. St. Mary's Feast Society at the patio, 4 to 8 p.m. All are welcome. And for those of you football players, football fans and all that, some of you are diehard fans and I know it, there's going to be football on the patio TV, so don't worry. So even if you come here from 4 to 8 or in any mix of that time, there is a TV on the patio. You can still view the football games that are going on. Second to None will be there. With our friend there, Deborah Coppola and company. Special guest, Voices of Tribeca Band and K-Love. So just keep that in mind or tell your friends. Okay, the other thing was, oh yeah, so this was something I was going to mention. I can't really do much with though. Okay, so when I come on here and speak about stuff, I need to have seen proof. Like if I'm going to start talking about somebody or about some topic. So yes, I was talking about the superintendent of schools recently, and I had documented evidence is why I came forward with that information. I saw the documents. I don't just come on here and accuse people of things or go by hearsay. I'm not going to do that and bash the superintendent of schools. I need to have documentation that I review and have seen, and I have. And people were very happy that I exposed that. Most people, I'm sure her friends were not happy, but most of the population and the community in Cranston is happy. They can't even put a like on the video though, because they fear retaliation, which is another story. But I'm trying to make it positive and just say that, for me to come on and say the things I said, I had the proof. I didn't mention anyone's names. I didn't mention the schools it happened at, but these are things that had happened within the schools. I had proof. So now what comes to my attention is something to do with the Cranston City Council. And again, like and share if you want, or maybe tell someone what I'm about to say if you want, because they might not be tuned in, or heck, they might not even know of my page. but they're welcome to listen in. Ward 6, Cranston City Council, 3 people running. Last names are Bachner, Wall, and Malillo. Those are the last names of the 3 men running. I hope I'm pronouncing them right. And basically, you know, there's some things against one of those candidates, Malillo in particular. I don't have proof of it though, so it's hearsay. You know, I can't come on here and talk about it because I haven't seen any proof. I did see legit proof with the superintendent of things going on within the schools that were wrong, but you know, I can't like, you know, I can't do that for this other dude because I haven't seen it. I'm just listening to this one saying, oh yeah, this and this happened. But anybody can say that. Anybody can make anything up. But what they bankers really will. Well, if they want, but I look at Eddie. I thank you, but it's true because if it's someone who's friends with the superintendent, and not just the superintendent, it could be anybody, and they're like, oh God, why did Tanya say that? You know, I don't like that Tanya said that. You know, I'm going to say this instead. I actually said you're free to drop a comment, something positive about the superintendent. I kept my page open to that discussion, and a few people did take advantage and do that, and that's okay, and I was actually okay with that. But yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, there's always going to be like naysayers, but some people are misinformed. So those people that might be her friend or might not know about Cranston, some of them are misinformed and they don't know the real deal. Oh, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, but they might listen to themselves on the video beeping. Anyway, it's okay though. So basically, you know, if they're misinformed, I saw proof of it on more than one angle, in more than one way. So I wouldn't just say it, but I get it. By me coming on here, there's going to be some pushback. You know, I understand that, you know, but there was a lot of not pushback. A lot of people were happy even calling me separately or running into them in public. Oh my God, I loved you did that because of this and this, or, you know, so I did get a lot of positive feedback from that as well. So it was successful in that sense. But guys, those of you that have reached out to me, and I'm not mad at you, by the way, if you reached out, because I'm always willing to take on a story, especially if I have proof of a story. I'm willing to take it on. I have no proof of this Anthony, I think his name is Anthony, Malillo guy. I don't have proof. It is strictly hearsay. I mean, you know, and there's more than one thing that was written about him that wasn't good. And I'm sorry, Anthony, if you're watching. I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't even know you, but here's what I can say to you. If you want an interview, please reach out to me. My phone number's on the page. Facebook is not a way to reach me. I am hardly on Facebook Messenger. Please call me if you want an interview. And you want to kind of share what you can do for Cranston, first of all. And second of all, you know, maybe explain what is going on. Like, in my opinion, what are these people saying? That they mentioned a few different things that you supposedly did that were, you know, pretty bad. And I don't even want to even repeat them because I don't know if they're real or not. They are on the internet, but they're not from like 6 News or, you know, the Pro Joe or the Cranston Herald. Well, at least I'm 99% sure no news source covered these negative things. It's more of people's opinions. So I don't want to put that out there because it's people's opinions. But if you want to defend yourself and come on here and explain what they mean, I think it would be nice to rebuttal what the public has said to you. And that's totally up to you. It's just an opportunity I'm offering you. Request for an interview. And if anyone knows Anthony, just have them come to my page. Eddie Flynn saying no what? He shouldn't have to explain himself? Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's that train of thought too. But now you're also not rebuttaling to what people are saying about you. I mean, if someone wants to say something about me, like, hey, Tanya, you're not a real counselor, I never said I was. I'm a consultant who does individual counseling. You are 100% right. I'm not a psychiatrist. I am not a social worker. I'm not licensed for that, but I am a consultant, life coach, so to say. I've done the research. I've gotten approval. I am not prescribing medications or anything like that. So I do individual counseling on a consultant basis. Send a private message to him. Oh yeah, no, I know, but I don't want to force him to. You know what I mean? I actually did send a message over email. But I'm sure he's busy. You know, I'm sure he's busy with that. Hi. So, there's someone here. Okay, I know, because it's Tanya After Dark. It's getting very late. It's getting late. It's getting late. Okay. Okay, thanks guys for tuning in. You can say hello. Hi, hey Richard. Hey, good to hear from you. So anyways, I don't want to base things on hearsay, so I can't do that. I won't do that. But just wanted to throw that in. So that's the update with that. And that's going to be an interesting race, especially that there's 3 people running for it. I believe it's 1 independent, 1 Republican, and 1 Democrat. And I already did interview Mark Bachner, and I think he had a lot of great things to say. And I'm not just saying it because I know him personally, because I know him from school, but that's not why I'm saying it. Still here? Hey, Joe. So yeah, let me see. Alright, I think we're almost done here. Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you about next week. Okay, so thanks, thank you. One thing you into this with. Thanks, thank you, Robert, thank you. Well, I think what people are, I think they like that I'm honest. I think that's another thing that's getting people to tune in, even people that I'm maybe not friends with on Facebook or who I don't even know, or who I just haven't had a chance to get around to your friend requests because I just have to make sure that there's no fraudulent people. So by the time I sit and actually work on that, you know, I have to end up being somewhere or work or wherever. So I don't make the time for it. But I think people like that. That kind of tell like it is, and you know, I'm not afraid to say that, so to say, you know. But thanks though, thank you. I'm not perfect, but thank you. And next week, let's see. I still waiting on a location, but I have an idea where we're gonna be, but I don't want to say it for sure. So I'm gonna have on. Some of you may know her, Joanne Giannini. So I'll have her on next week on Tuesday, the 26th of September. I will have her on. She's a local writer. She's a former city councilwoman. She has an Italian background, and we find her stories interesting that she's read, that she's written after, you know, we read what she writes. She's a great writer, Italian background, talks about some things from years ago with the whole Italian heritage type thing. And also that's next Tuesday. That's going to be after 11 a.m. So tune in for that, and drop comments if you want about anything that I had mentioned, including the change discussion. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.